We've told you before, haven't we, many times here on the show, it's difficult, isn't it? Difficult times for anybody who's trying to sell a product, really, really tricky in this cost of living crisis because let's just face it, even if you want to buy somebody a gift, it costs a lot. Even just sitting down for a cup of coffee, you kind of think, wow, how much is that going to be just for the two of us? Let's not have the cake, you know what I'm saying? But it's interesting to note how this one-time chum of the former royals known as Harry and Meghan has basically gone down a very similar marketing path as ever. Let me explain. Genuinely lovely to have your company. Now, listen, if you remember a while back at the start of this year, remember when Prince Harry launched his book, Spare? And do you remember, just cast your mind back, how that was launched? There was this big fanfare about how, mega deals were being offered to, serialize it, all that sort of stuff. Nobody really knew. Penguin Random House had guards apparently taking the book across the world. Ridiculous stuff. All PR rubbish, of course. And then this happened, remember, over in Spain, someone managed to get a copy of the book and they put it out there and translated certain chapters of the book so that, very quickly they were translated and picked up for free and put into a tabloid newspaper and other newspapers around the world, creating certain shock waves. What a lot of people didn't realize was, though, of course, there were only certain elements of that said book. That was, and as ever, we have to say allegedly, a very clever marketing move by the team behind who were absolutely flogging the book. Now, you see, as you can see, there's nothing new, nothing original. And this particular author, if you remember, who lied to the royal court by basically saying, no, he didn't have any assistance at all from Harry and Meghan, but failed to mention the fact that, of course, the senior communications director of Harry and Meghan had been back and forth passing notes to him and the co-author of his original book. Well, he's at it again. You see, this time around, amazingly, certain elements of this bombshell book are now being co-serialized in a French magazine. How on earth did this happen? Incredible, isn't it? Well, the bottom line is truly this. As I say, pre-sales are not that hot. They have to come up with a marketing sort of scheme. They have to get people talking about the book. You see, as I've said to you before, what's interesting, and we can only speculate because the full version of the book is not out for a few days yet, but you don't let leaks out. It's not that difficult to maintain a manuscript, a tight lid on an autobiography. You didn't see this, did you, with Barbara Streisand's memoir? Oh no, Streisand knew exactly where the money was going and who it was going to, and she was very selective about certain interviews, etc. So you can see how this marketing tool allegedly is going to work wonders. But of course, it's coming at a very bad time once again for Meghan and Harry, ostracised at Christmas, and more importantly now, their one-time chum, and I use that term loosely, is trying literally everything to make sure they shore up some interest in a tomb that people know is not exactly spilling the truth. And I'm being incredibly kind there. Now, if you want to find them, you can literally find them all online and decide whether you want to take out a second mortgage to maybe buy a hardback version of the book, or like a lot of people will do, no doubt read it for free in snippets. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.